What is up, guys and Mortal Kombat fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkcat, and today I'm going to review Get over here! Yes, today I'm going to review the highly anticipated video game sequel, and that film is Mortal Kombat 2. This movie is once again directed by McQuoid, who directed the first Mortal Kombat movie that came out a couple of years ago. And this movie stars Karl, Adeline, Rudolph, Jessica McNamee, Martyn, Louis Tan, Hiroyuki Sanada, Tati, Gabrielle, Ludi, and Josh Lawson. And of course, for Mortal Kombat fans out there who still have not seen this movie, this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil any elements from Mortal Kombat 2. You are safe here. Now, let's do this. Let's get on to this review. Fatality. The fan-favorite champions, now joined by Johnny Cage himself, are pitted against one another in ultimate battle to defeat the dark rule of Shao Kahn that threatens the very existence of the Elf Realm and its defenders. So we have the anticipated sequel to the 2021's Mortal Kombat film, which I thought the film was just fine. I feel like the film is more of a setup movie for what's to come in this film. It had its good action scenes, but the movie I felt like it took itself way too seriously, and the acting in the film, other than frickin' Kano in the film, is pretty bland. So I was nervous going into this film, even though this film is giving us exactly what we want. The whole tournament. That's what it's all building to, and that's the Mortal Kombat movie that we want to see. We want to see all tournament shit. But the thing I'm really excited about this film is Karl as Johnny Cage. I think it's a very good casting, and finally we get to see Johnny Cage in this new Mortal Kombat universe. And the trailers look fun, so that's literally what I got into Mortal Kombat 2 basically in. And I heard with the early praises of this movie saying, oh, this is definitely perfect for Mortal Kombat fans. This is like the Avengers Endgame for Mortal Kombat fans out there. So I went into the film literally knowing what to expect. It's going to be a fun, brutal action film with some awesome Mortal Kombat references, and just hoping that this film is better than the first movie. And I'm going to easily say that this film is better than the first movie. I am so happy to say that I did have a fun time with Mortal Kombat 2. Is it like one of the greatest video game movies of all time or the best movie of the year or anything? Absolutely not. But this film is definitely a movie that knows exactly what it is, it knows exactly what the fans are, and it knows exactly what type of film you're going into. This film is literally what we wanted to see in this new Mortal Kombat universe and what it's built up to. The tournament. And this movie is literally about that. From start to finish, this whole movie is about the tournament to see if the Outlanders invade the Elf Realm and the fighters trying to stop them. That's literally what this movie is. So let's talk about what I liked about the film. Of course, the biggest thing I liked about the film is the Mortal Kombat action scenes. Let's just get into the action right away, because the action is what you go into this movie for, and definitely this movie is more action-packed than the first movie. The tournament scenes, the fight scenes in general, are entertaining as hell from start to finish. The choreography is really well done in this film, the cinematography looks great in the film, and yes, the fight scenes are absolutely brutal in this film. There are some really good fight moves in the film. There are some really good kills throughout it. Like, there are times in the film where I literally want to yell out in the theater, fatality. That's how fun I did had with the action scenes in this film. Let's talk about the new characters in this film. One of them, Karl as Johnny Cage. When I heard he's casted, I think it's a very perfect casting. I think Karl is a very underrated actor. Frickin' dread one of his best performances that I've ever seen him in. So I was really interested to see what he's going to take on with Johnny Cage. And he looks like he had so much fun playing this role. He definitely knows what type of movie he is in, and he definitely brings it all as Johnny Cage in the film. He's a lot of fun in this film. He's hilarious in the film. He is badass when he needs to be in the film, especially throughout the action scenes. And seeing him kind of recruited out of nowhere and getting coped into the tournament, it's really well handled in the film, and I think Karl does a really good job as Johnny Cage in the film. Already perfect casting, and he absolutely delivers as Johnny Cage. But I gotta say, Adeline Rudolph as Princess Katana in the film is definitely the most interesting character in this entire movie, because she has the more fleshed out story than every other character in this film. She has a very dark backstory in the film, but man, Adeline Rudolph is so badass as Princess Katana. When she throws down this film, there's one fight scene with her where I'm just like, that is Katana. That is badass right there, and she is really good in this movie. I thought her story is the most interesting out of all the characters in the film, and I thought her performance is really well done in the film. But she's an absolute badass in the film. I think she has an excellent chemistry with everyone in the film, and I just think she really does stand out of all the new characters in the film, in my opinion. Also, Josh Lawson returning as Kano. I think he's my favorite character in the first Mortal Kombat movie. He's even better here. He is more hilarious in this film. He's this lovable asshole that we all know and love in the first movie, and he's just more expanded in this film, and he had some really good standout scenes as well. He's definitely one of my favorite characters in this film. Also, Shao Kahn. I think he's a really badass villain. Obviously, he's not as fleshed out. He's not the most interesting villain in movie history or anything. But for what he is given, he's a really menacing villain. He's actually really scary when he comes onto screen. He's sort of like the Bane in the Mortal Kombat universe, and I thought he is a really badass villain in the film. And everyone else did a really good job for what they were given, the guys from the original film and all that stuff. But this movie is more about knowing exactly what this movie is. And this movie is easily for the fans of the Mortal Kombat games, because there's a lot of great references, there's a lot of great Easter eggs throughout the film. Even throughout the tournament scenes, there are some really good references and Easter eggs for Mortal Kombat fans out there. It's definitely more lighted, you know, not as dark and groomy like the first movie is. This movie's like, yes, we're giving people what they want for a Mortal Kombat movie, just all tournament stuff, or fun, or bloodiness, but also some really cool looking scenery as well. And there are some really good fight scenes in the film that really does stand out more than the first movie. And I felt like the people have listened through the criticisms of the first movie, saying it took itself way too seriously, the acting is very bland, and it just felt like a setup movie. This is more of a movie saying, yeah, this is what the first one should have been. The story in the movie is nothing too mind-blowing or anything. It's a pretty simple story to root for in the film, but you know, you don't go into this movie for a serious story or anything. You just want to see some fun Mortal Kombat stuff, fun tournament stuff, and this film exactly gave you that. And I really do appreciate that this movie gives us exactly what we want to see, and it absolutely delivers that. I do think the old characters from the first movie, like Cole Young, Jax, Sonya Blade especially, they are still bland in this movie than they were in the first movie. They're definitely more interesting in this movie than the first movie, but you can really tell that these characters you just don't really give a shit about, which is disappointing because some of these characters are great characters in the games, but in this movie, they're just very, very bland in this movie. You can really tell that this film's trying to forget what the first one presented and it's trying to move on with the new characters throughout the film. And I just do think the old characters still from the first movie are still very bland in this film. And the movie does feel very rushed at a couple of moments. There are some moments where I'm like, okay, I wish they could have explored those aspects a little bit more. But like I keep saying, Mortal Kombat 2 knows exactly what it is. It gives you kind of what you want to see in a Mortal Kombat film. It's just fun action scenes. Don't take itself seriously. For Mortal Kombat fans, this is literally what they want to see, this whole tournament stuff from the first movie, and they absolutely got that throughout this film. So easily guys, overall, Mortal Kombat 2 is definitely a massive improvement of the first Mortal Kombat movie. This movie's all about the tournament, and it's literally what this movie is. It's just tournament after tournament after tournament. The action scenes are really well done in this film. The cast in the film does a great job, including Karl and Adeline Rudolph. I thought they're fantastic in this film. Kano is also a great character once again in this film. Best part of the first movie, even better in this film. This film is definitely a love letter to the Mortal Kombat fans out there. The story isn't nothing spectacular or anything, and definitely the old characters from the first movie are still bland as hell with the first movie than this movie. But like I keep saying, this movie knows exactly what it is. This movie's just a mindless, fun popcorn movie. As a video game movie, it's definitely one of the better ones out there, and I did have a fun time with Mortal Kombat 2 for what it was. I would absolutely say for Mortal Kombat 2, absolutely go see this film on the big screen. If you are huge Mortal Kombat fans, absolutely, this movie is definitely worth your time. So guys, that is my review for Mortal Kombat 2. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. And what is your favorite Mortal Kombat character? Let me know that also in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel to notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and
fatality.